What's up, comic fam, comic fans, and we are back with another investigation of the comic books coming out this week, April 14th, 13th, if you're a DC fan. I know this video is coming out a little bit late. Your boy was on a vacation, but as soon as he came back, he decided to make this video. So, apologize for not having any other videos earlier this week, especially stuff like Final Order Cutoff, but I'm back from vacation. And I'm back to serve you, the comic fam and the comic fans. So now let's just get into the comics right after this. Okay, so welcome back. We're gonna start off with some spec books. These are just some books I'm looking at. Let's start off with Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow, Chip Zdarsky book. Looking forward to this. It's a what if type of book, and it has to deal with the symbiote suit. It's Chip Zdarsky. Can't go wrong with little Chip. These covers look pretty cool. The one that I am most interested in is this fairy variant over here. So this is for me. As you can see on top, it says what if. So I'm not just throwing out there that it's a what if thing. It actually is. Pascal Ferries right there. There are a lot of other variants, including the main cover, but just that the mask on the floor surrounded by the symbiote, that to me is a pretty cool cover. And then you have the regular cover, the cover A, which is also really cool. Little what if symbol up there too. And that's Phil Noto. All right, let's move on to the other books in my pull list. We have Kanto #1, since it's been optioned. The first series, the first volume's been going for crazy money. But I like this cover. This is the 1 in 10 Drew Zucker cover. And to me, it's just a fire cover. I really like this cover. So that's the one I'm looking at, the 1 in 10, Kanto 1, and the City of Giants. I mean, there's also the first cover, and there's a 1 in 25, Martin Simon's cover. He's the guy who was working on Department of Truth. So he's got a very unique art style. That is also pretty cool. All right. And my last spec book of the week is The Joker #2. I'm looking at a cover by here, but if we come down to the covers here, the cover I am not looking for, it's not there. This Federici cover is nice, very nice. And if you're collecting these, awesome cover. This is not what I'm looking for though. So we're gonna come over here. This is Forbidden Planet online. They're sold out. They're also overseas. But if you can find this, because it's one per store. So if you can get to your store and get this cover, that's cool. This is the first appearance of a female Bane on a cover. So I believe that's the front. And that should be the back of it. And so I'm looking to buy this because it's the first cover of a female Bane. Alright. So that's what I had for my covers. Let's get into the DC. Alright, so there's a few books out this week. We got Wonder Woman, #771. We got some Superman, #30. Got the Joker. We're all looking at that. Rorschach's at #7. Batman Detective, the Detective, #1. I think this is going to be a fun series. Tom Taylor's writing it. Andy Kubert is doing the art. So this looks like a very fun series. There's some more covers. There are a ton of store exclusives. We got another Federici cover right here. He's just pumping out these black and white character covers. So, definitely looking at that Batman the Detective #1. Looks like it could be a really cool series. It's taking place with Batman in Europe, and he's going back to his detective origin. So I'm really looking forward to this. All right, then we got the Batman Urban Legends #2. You got American Vampire. You got Super Sons. Challenge of the Super Sons #1. So they're back. Super Sons. You got Sweet Tooth number 6, and you got the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 1. When I've seen them team up in cartoons back in the old days on Scooby-Doo, that was a pretty fun time. So you got that right there. All right, let's go to the rest of the comics coming out this week. For that, we're going to Previews World. All right. Image Comics here. Let's just scroll through, see what they got. Homesick Pilots is out with number 5. I like me some Homesick Pilots. Let's look at this B cover by Trad Moore. His style's different. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I'm not sure what I think about this one. It's cool. It's different. I'm just not sure if that's the one I'm going to pick over cover A. And these guys are like helping out the house. So it's a really cool take on the haunted house trope. So I dig it. There's cover A. Alright. Let's keep the ball rolling. You got Carmen number 2. Carmen number 1 was pretty good. Gilliam March is doing the writing and the artwork on that. And you got Scumbag number 7, which has been a fun series. So if you're into something that, you know, Ernie's quite the character. This is not for adults. It's pretty mature. But if you're looking for something different than your usual superhero book, that's fine. Let's go back and take a look at the cover for Carmen. Alright, awesome. Alright, moving on. We're in Dark Horse. We'll just take a look real quick, see if anything from Dark Horse is coming out that we need to pay attention to. I mean, you could pay attention to any of these books if you read them. These are just the books that I'm looking at. But this book right here, I've heard some acclaim for. Jenny Zero, Dave Dwanch, Brockton McKinney, Magenta King. Magenta, not Margenta. But here you see she's basically the daughter of a superhero, and she's like a party animal, like one of those party animal children of somebody rich and famous. And I guess she's got to like try to lay off the drugs to try to save the world. I think that's the premise behind that. But looks like a cool story. All right, we're going on to IDW. We've got Kanto in the City of Giants number 1 of 3. If you haven't read Kanto yet, you probably should. All around great book, and I think everybody can actually read that, child to adults. Yeah, it's just really it's really heartfelt. It's a really heartfelt book. All right, keep moving. See if there's anything else here that I'm looking at. If you guys see something, definitely pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. All right, Marvel Comics. We got the Amazing Spider-Man number 61. Second printing with the Gleason cover of that new suit he wears. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty decent suit. I mean, in the covers anyway. Sometimes I think it's ugly as sin, but I don't know. Let's take a closer look at it. See, I like the way it's done here. It seems to have more of a. It pops more. The yellows are more electric in this. And the shadows are really cool. Alright, that's enough talk about that. American Chavez, Made in the USA number 1, second printing. That's an interesting book. I enjoyed it when I read it. So if you want to give that a shot, go ahead. Children of the Atom gets a Coelho cover. First cover. That's something that, might be worth a slight spec. If these characters start to pick up any steam. And you got Children of the Atom number 2 coming out. You got the team right there on the cover. So there you go. Don't know why I did that. Alright. Daredevil. Guys. Just read Daredevil, please. Chip Zdarsky. You got this whole arc with Elektra being Daredevil. It's probably my favorite Marvel book out right now. So definitely worth a pickup. Keep it going. Dark Hawk gets a book this week. I believe it's the 30th anniversary of Dark Hawk. So get your 9.8 Dark Hawk number 1 CGCs out, guys. They're about to start popping. I'm just kidding, but Dark Hawk. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying Dark Hawk. Get some love this week. All right. Some more books coming out this week. Fantastic Four, Guardians. Guys, this cover, I don't know. Ha. I actually don't hate this cover at all. But the only reason I would buy it is because Rocket has pouches. This is a Rob Liefeld cover, by the way. He has pouches and he has feet. So it looks like he had some a buddy on this one, Valenza. So I don't typically collect Guardians of the Galaxy, but if I did, I would pick up that book just for Rocket and his pouches. Alright, we're going to keep it moving. Some Iron Fist, some Iron Man, King in Black, Namor number 5 of 5. Get to see that wrap up. Non-stop Spider-Man number 2 comes out this week. If you were a fan of the first one, then I don't see why not. Why stop now? Also, there's rumors there might be new characters in this book. Again, I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny that. But here's a Finch cover. So it is different. So go ahead and pick that up if you want a different take on a Spider-Man book. Again, we got Spider-Man, Spider Shadow coming out this week. There are a couple of covers. I'm sure if you look, there'll be a ton more covers, store exclusives, retailer exclusives, ratio variants. But here's cover A. It's a nice cover. Here's cover B, which is the one I was looking at. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. And then here's Ron Lim. Guess cover C. Probably my least favorite of the three, but not a bad cover. Not a bad cover. Bounty Hunters. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 11 is coming out. You got a Bosk based book, so it'll focus on him. What I will say, or it will focus on Bosk. What I will say is that this should be leading into a big bounty hunter event. So this book could be like the preamble, the start to a bigger bounty hunter event that's going to happen. We got Thor number 14. This is the final or the finale of Prey. You've got Thor versus Donald Blake, and we're going to see how this is all going to go down. I really enjoyed the Prey series. I may have enjoyed it more than King in Black. It's debatable, but it's very good. I like it. Alright, keep going. You got some Thor and Loki, Double Trouble, Wolverine, some more stuff. Dynamite. So many strong female characters coming out of Dynamite, and as such, there are a ton of covers. You also got some Game of Thrones here, Clash of the Kings, George R.R. Martin. You got some Red Sonja, Amberella. So many books, so many covers. All right, Boom Studios. My big book out of Boom Studios this week, for me anyway, is Proctor Valley Road. I really enjoyed the first book. It's a Grant Morrison book. I like this cover. This town has got some issues with some haunted roads. I think it's going to end up being a really cool series. And who knows, a lot of series are getting some cool development deals. Are those the hyenas from Lion King? Okay, well, Mufasa. Moving on. Alright. And let's just take a look at the rest of the books before I let you guys go. Feel free to pause this if you see something you think you might like. I, in the meantime, will continue to fill the dead air by just talking like this. There is a Dynamic Forces Silver Symbiote signature. So basically this would be signed by Pat Gleason, but not put into a CGC holder or anything like that. I think you just get like a certificate of authenticity, COA. There's some other stuff here too, if you look, that they got signed. Alright, and we'll just keep moving. Ha, keep moving. Ah. Alright, More books. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm really looking to pick up this week. Got Maniac of New York number 3. I read the first one. It reminds me a lot of Jason, but like Jason in the City, like Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th character. It's a good book. Art's done well. It's written well. Eros Psyche has a little homage cover going on there, Pulp Fiction homage cover, so that's cool. And that's about it. Hey, if you had seen any of my previous final order cutoff FOC videos, some of the books I pointed out today were definitely mentioned in my final order cutoff videos, so you could have had those books guaranteed. But it's my pleasure to point them out early and then point them out as they come out as well. So if you miss one or the other, you still have a shot at the books. Serial number 2 second printing is getting it's getting a second printing. So that was a book that a lot of people have been speculating on, and as we know, second prints these days tend to be more valuable at times than first prints, especially when it's like an independent book. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. We are at the end. Hopefully, you can find something this week that you enjoy, that you want to pick up, and hopefully, I help to inform you on books that, in general, I like, and books that should be pretty decent, pretty good. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. Comic fans. I'm gonna get my wallet ready and go buy some books tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know, the rigmarole. Deuces. Peace.